Because, like, my friend Seth, he used to have loading issues. My friend Nordic does too, so it's not a problem for him. My friend Seth loves playing Sweden in this game. There's this tank that's called the USH 405. He calls it the Ush tank. Yeah, it's right in front of you. See it? See that Ush tank right in front of you? See, those are semi-automatic rocket launchers. It's like a machine gun of rockets that shoot out of it.
We no longer have the advantage.
Anyway, Seth loves playing Sweden. And that's one of his favorite tanks. He uses it as a suicide vehicle. He'll run up to someone point blank and just unload on them. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta spread your pallet out to see what you... Yeah, you just gotta spread your pallet out to see what you like. Yeah, I see them. Oh my god, I'm so rusty. I can't even shoot this guy in front of me. Oh, he's dead. He's not. Yeah, get fucked! Fuck you! I got him. Not at the moment, but I'm watching. Well, not invisibility, I should say. Ran away too, didn't he?
Attention to the designated grid square. The enemy is winning.
Yeah, I know. My perspective, look like you old asshole.
Attention to the map.
Alright, this tank that I'm using, the wedge tank, is an ambusher. It was designed to counter Soviet Finland, Sweden. So I have to use it. Remember how I mentioned the AMX? Remember how I mentioned the IKV 103? It has a gun depression, so you lay it up against a hill, kind of like the Dicker Max. You have to do that. This one is designed to literally do that. That's why it's shaped like it. Oh. I couldn't have done anything about that. I saw it happen. Oh, someone's using the E100, the tank that I should have... Okay, so I might sound salty about it, which I still am a little, but I still like to joke about being salty. Okay, so, someone's using the E100, the tank that I should have rightfully earned from that tournament.
Attention to the map. Attention to the map.
Yeah, that was like years ago. Yeah.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Oh, I did. I technically didn't win because people stopped showing up to fight me. Because like what they did at the time was I signed up for the tournament and then you'd have to sit at the main menu and it would put you in a custom battle like lobby and it was a 1v1 and I won flawlessly every single time. I was the only one using the Tiger H1. Everyone else was using M18s and IS1s. Oh hell no, he did not just get me with the mouse like that. No, I'm alright. I don't know where he's at, but I'm gonna bring a big gun and show him how to use it. This was an autoloader big gun, by the way. The fuck was that? Is that a tow missile? No, it didn't explode. It just pinged off of me, and I saw these wires, and I was like, "Oh, fuck." Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Dude, I'm using one of the most This vehicle is not very well protected, so... Oh, it's from a helicopter. That's what that was. Just shut down. Well, it wasn't Gaijin. It was probably out of range is what happened. That helicopter he's using does not have a long range on the tip. A guided rocket or... That's most likely what happened. Was he fired out of range? He was using the Alouette, the German one.
300 meters.
So what happened was the missile lost its effectiveness and it hit my track and it yellowed my track. There's no other explanation that I could think of. But I've also used that helicopter. Makes perfect sense. I'm getting way too distracted. Yeah, I have an 8. Oh, I thought you should have spectated me. I was hoping you'd spectate me. I have 2 HE shells on this gun. There's the proximity explosive one, which will automatically explode the
Attention to the map.
some intense fighting.
030. 500 meters.
Murdered. Oh, right.
Attention to the map. Attention to the map. Agree. Attention to the map.
Yeah, so I'm at a Martyr A1 and you
Attention to
miss
the
it.
map.
I was like, wait, what? Because I remembered Martyr. Oh, wait. So, yeah, I'm way rusty. I barely, yeah, same. I unlocked the Martyr too. That's the funny part about it. Is I have the vehicle. What? And if this was Sim, he wouldn't have been. Guy was hiding behind a rock using third person. Peek around.
Attention to the designated grid
He used to
square.
doing. I was thinking it was Sim where I can approach carefully, not think about that particular. When I play Tank RB, I'm like a nervous gerbil, constantly checking the horizon. Know what I mean, Vern? Well, I was mainly referring to RB. In Sim, it's a little easier to do certain things because they can't just see you from a. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. I was pulling up with the bacon tank, is what my second I call it. That Swedish auto-loaded high explosive artillery gun. And the Gepard pulled out from cover and shot me. I was like, oh right, this isn't Sim. You know? Does that make sense? I'm having a duel because of Gepard. Oh really? Careful, AMX. I'm marking right in front of you. Why aren't you aiming where the guy is? Okay, the other guy got him. It's a little boy.
Attention to the designated grid zone. The gun is ready for action. Thank you. Roger that. Advancing. Attention to the map.
To the map. Yeah, take that, too. Shit. Do you have heat on any of your AMXs? Okay. You have hash? You can you know the mouse, the front of the turret where the curve is? You aim dead center onto either side. It's weak to high action types of shell. So heat, big hash too. One of the weak.
Attention to the map.
Chaos. In an bad way.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Affirmative. Bravo. Roger. Advancing. Target destroyed.
That was close. I pulled out the open and I started checking the horizon. I saw Kanonen Jagdpanzer come out and he saw me and started to turn and I stopped. I shot him just in time. Okay, I'm out of the battle now. You want to change the battle rating? What's up? Okay. Seemed like you were having a hard time and I didn't want you to pass. Let me go take a whiz real quick. Hey, I've hit the go button. I should have said something first, but I got brought the little guy with the big cannon this time. He was missing from the at a blank spot where I think he was supposed to.
Crew positions. Ready up. Driver ready. Gunner ready. Loader ready.
Another the wedge tank can be a little difficult. Oh wait, so one of the things that's important to learn about the vehicle is how it interacts with different terrain and angles. Like with the German tank, I found out a way to turn quickly by going forward, building up engine RP, holding turn and let go forward, and it converts a lot of that into turning power. And so, and like, if you're on a slope, sometimes it's faster, depending on the tank, to back up and turn than to just turn, you know? There's just different little details like that you gotta, figure out. And I find that quite interesting. What about you?
Attention to the designated grid square.
Figure out where everyone's at, you said? I would recommend we should probably flank harder because these are avenues that can be shot at from across.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I always try to be aware of what avenues I can be shot at from, and if I ask myself that question and the answer is only one or two, then I'm doing great. That means I've put myself in a good position, not get shot from any direction. Having some good hard cover, hard throbbing, pulsating. Oh, I see. That guy. That's an AA gun, I think.
We are losing. Target destroyed.
Ah!
Incapacitated. The engine is burning.
Well, I'm done.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
Yeah, I got him and his buddy showed up and got me in the side as I was crossing to come help you. Alright, I'm gonna bring out the bacon. The bacon cannon. Yeah, one of the things about this era is armor started becoming less important because weapons and systems became more useful. What's up? Probably overpen. We're using APDS. As if that. Oh. Well, I don't know what happened, so I can't really tell you specifically, but there's stuff coming down the road. Yeah, whenever I move, I try to make sure I don't take the high hill. When you're higher up, it's much easier.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Was that the old Soviet BTR? Look out this guy. There's a British dude sitting at that road just across. I gotta fix something. Could you help me out? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We should just. Yeah, they also, for like tank destroyers and stuff that can't get ammo easily, they added an ammo box. It's really awesome.
Gun in action.
I'm gonna shoot that plane. You could try to bait the British guy by side screen. Mouse. There we go. Got him. Oh, good. This thing has a cool little like loader arm that comes off the back of it. Oh, it's another another plane. Yeah, he was camping. Oh, the outcome. I just can't believe I missed that shot. Plane was coming right at towards me. Yeah, this has a proximity explosive shell as an alternate option, and it'll detonate within a certain range of anything. You ever done Navy? You ever done the VT fuse shells? Well, anyways, it's like that. Well, the shells will detect when they're within a certain range of a plane, or automatically detonate a lot of damage. And there's a lot of American ships that have them. Man, I am really rusty. That was such an easy shot. Guy was coming in really slow. Yeah, that British guy that was camping is dead. Yeah, I'm catching up to you. Yeah, they're gonna be pushing to A, so you need to get defensive. There's no point attacking if they're coming to us, because we'll have the advantage. No. Yeah, but it doesn't. That don't matter. You can forget about winning the match at this point. There's a dude right here. Damn it! I hit his
There we go.
I hit his mud flap, so it absorbed a lot of the.
The running gear's out of order.
Yeah, that's how this goes. Once they capture the 2 points, they'll all push to the last one from. Like in this case, they'd be pushing from B and from.
Fire!
I don't. I just focus on, personal gameplay more so than the match because the entire team was coming and there was only like 3 or 4 of us team wise. So even if somebody did manage to sneak cap, there was really no point of trying to worry about any of that. You know what I mean, Vern? It would have been interesting. Interesting. It is Thursday after Hello. You okay? Yeah, it's Thursday. It's one of the maintenance days. They have like a regular schedule, and it happened to me too. I for what it's worth, I had fun. 8.0 gets a little more. 8.0 is that weird spot where they start giving less armor, but start like doing tricky things with it too, like all over the world. So it's like there's a few more things you have to learn about it, you know? Yeah. I mean, to me that's a good thing, but it's also there's trade-offs for it, you know? And that's why it's easier to get god mode at that around there. But I got a few of them with that big cannon though, and I got a plane. That made me very happy. I just uh, like the loading mechanism on the bacon cannon is like this big arm that comes out, and it looks really cool. I want to You've seen it before, right? Mhm. Anyways, I'm back in now. I'll wait for you. The wedge tank also. Yeah, the wedge tank in real life is also largely electronically uses. The crew member doesn't load the shell, it's all automated. Single person can drive the tank by himself, and that's replicated in the game too, by the way. If there's one crew member left, the tank can still operate. It's one of the only tanks left in the game that can do that. Yeah, take your time. I'm just. Oh, excuse me. What do you think about that new medieval foxhole they're making? I don't. Yeah, something. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's supposed to be made by the same developers that make Foxhole. They just split off and made another project. From what I see, they're trying to do Foxhole, but with like a different era, kind of. Oh yeah, I always hope for the best, but I don't assume it. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Hmm. But yeah, I'm glad you got into a group that you're able to play with. That's you can't really play the game much on your own anymore if you want to do certain things. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, you said which game? I thought you said for which you can. I was like, yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, Foxhole. Foxhole, you glad you found a group that play with. It's very important for that game these days. It's a lot harder to do a solo gig in a game. think that was my first or second time playing on the snow version of that map. That's how long it's been since I've done much tanks. One of the things I like to do is go in with like 9.3 with the missile anti-air like infrared thing in Japan, like Type 93, and I'll either go into tank sim, mostly tank sim, RB, and just kind of see what I can do, you know. Yeah, I find that pretty fun. Okay.
Into your vehicles! Ready up! Driver ready? Gunner ready! Loader ready!
I spawned at point 2. Oh, spawned. I'm swinging around C as well. I didn't know you were back yet. I was just waiting on you. This is a 4.0 tank I'm using. Heat shell. Also, it's funny. It's also decently fast. Well, it has a competing heat shell. The IKV-91 that you saw me use has the same exact shell in it, the 8.0. Of course, that comes with the regular caveats. Just restart.
Allied forces have captured the zone!
This is that tank I told you about that where you can lay it up on a Hey, my internet decided to go on maintenance too, apparently, because it went out for a few seconds. Yeah, I know. It let me reconnect back in. It's just that the chat wasn't automatically reconnecting like it would.
Allied forces have
I
captured
saw
a
a
zone.
leopard pass. Bottom. Where's that? Is that mouse on C? How about a mouse guy is? Here we go. It just got bombed.
Target destroyed.
It just got bombed as I was going to go up to it and blast it. I got a heat shell here. That should be matter no more.
Hit. Loaded.
That's a big ass bomb. You see that? HUD. I think you carry a demolition bomb.
We're winning.
I think. Either way. Were you sitting on the point? I'm near it. Using the
Connected.
fences. Using the fences.
Attention to the map.
I mean it. Ah! I fucked the shot up. I fired the shot just perfectly where it bounced off the top of the tank. He's in the he's in the point. He's got an oscillating turret like the Frenchies. Ah! Oh, I brought up the map to click and he came out around the corner. I could have fucking got him. I had 3 seconds to react. That's more than enough time. Shit, I'm sorry, man. I could have got his ass.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
That's good. I was about to bring up the map, and he came right back came right back around the corner, and I could have got him. He's on the south side of C. They probably just rolled up. It's one of the tank that I was engaging. He had an oscillating turret. And it was great. It was one of those joint programs. John. How's it going?
Objective failed.
John? Yeah. Going.
What?
How is it going?
Fine. Just annoyed at the VA for what they'd always be.
Yeah.
Either they show up fucking late or they don't show up at all. But when they do show up late, they don't even know what the fuck the fucking color, the fucking flavor of the Kool-Aid is.
Arctic polar bear.
Mhm.
Crew positions. Button up. Driver ready. Gunner ready. Loader.
Maybe I have.
I'm sorry. Excellent. I agree.
inadvertently I started something again on YouTube. One of the people I follow, they put it like, "Oh, America's finally got their first official hypersonic missile." I'm all like, wait. Isn't our ICBMs already hypersonic in the first place? Hell, most of our missiles go hypersonic at their fucking peak of their fucking path.
Yeah.
So,
They have hypersonic.
but there's already that. Russia go suck it. Actually, hell, we can suck it too, because the first person who actually had hypersonics were Germany. The B2. If you really go down to it, I'm like, technically the B2 was the first hypersonic ever in the world. Ain't it?
What counts as hypersonic? What speed are we talking about? Like Mach 3?
No. Mach 3 is too slow for hypersonic. Hypersonic.
I know. I'm just giving an example that way
Mach
you can quantify
23.
it. Mach 23.
Mach 23.
Double checking.
It is fast.
I was just double checking because I didn't remember how fast.
I'm like,
I was
I'm like,
thinking
if
it was
I
slightly
remember
less
right,
than.
V2's freaking flight projection is they go up into the stratosphere and then back. When you're going down, you was like, oh, you lose speed and all. I'm like, it depends. Like if you're entering from space, yeah, because you hit the fucking barrier. But if you're already in the area underneath said barrier, you're not much of an effect. And everyone's all like, you start dropping fucking speed and all. I'm like, actually depends. Because if you start losing your weight and mass and stuff like that, which is by how asteroids freaking burn up in the atmosphere, it's because they're losing mass. If you don't lose mass and you're a solid piece going through, like, I don't know, a V2, a missile, and shit like that, you will keep the constant freaking velocity. And plus gravity and all that stuff, and depends on how heavy your payload is, plus fucking mass, you're going faster. So on impact, you're hitting pretty fucking hard. I'm like, think of it. The V2's for the
You'll
first.
disintegrate. You'll instantaneous fraction of a second disintegrate.
If I remember right, it only took like the V2 rocket from fucking wherever in Germany was being launched to the UK. It like what, 20 minutes?
Pee up quick. I'm back.
Welcome back. When people only spend their time fucking around trying to figure out how to fucking hold their guns at a fucking gun range. Ugh. You're not supposed to try to figure out how you're gonna hold your shit or play with it, and as it is at a gun range, it's supposed to work on your fucking accuracy. That's what a gun range is for.
My God.
Not to fuck around at.
The horror.
People fucking popping out a bullet out of their gun and catching you in their hand. I'm like, you do know if you just got done using your fucking rifle, there will be excess heat left in that fucking chamber. And you grabbing your bullet? What a fucking idiot.
Let him, I guess. Fuck it.
I've been seeing that a lot these days. I'm like, people just like, after fucking shooting a few rounds, fucking clock, like, you know, unrounding the
Yeah.
fucking next round and having it pop out and catching it in your hand. I'm like, you fucking stupid motherfucker.
That happens.
Only civilians, man. Because if you were in the military and you were on the range and you did that shit, the fucking CO would be down your fucking throat so quick. They'd be telling you straight out, that is not how you use a fucking firearm. That is not how you use a gun. A gun is not meant to be played with. It's not a toy. It's a weapon of deadly mass destruction. Because what did the US do? We had the portable nuke, dude. Not the porta potty? No, we had a porta nuka. That an infantry could fucking launch like a grenade from their rifle. At first we went artillery, from a fucking bazooka, from a bazooka to a fucking rifle. That's America. And one thing we do care about when it comes to the gun range and shit like that is safety. Because if you're on safety at a fucking gun range, especially in the military, your ass is grass. I've seen some people literally get fucking yanked off of the fucking firing line at a gun range because they're not following safety fucking procedures. And if there was a civilian getting yanked off of a thing, they are banned from that freaking gunfire at range. If you can't follow proper freaking protocols, you shouldn't be on that range. No offense. Games. Should have listened to some family members and just started a company or business that taught how to use a fucking gun properly. How to do safety, how to fucking safety check and shit like that. How to identify a dumbass that don't know how to do a safety checks to a person who knows how to do a safety checks. There's a no offense. People you're like, oh, there's a lot of violence going on, a lot of shooting. I'm like, you do know most of the violence when it comes to black people, it's black on black violence. Never against anything else but themselves because they know. And most of the time, they're not the ones who shooting at the cops. No offense, it's just white people who do it because we're crazy as fuck. Most of the shootings that involves, oh, there's a gunfight and shit like that between cops and a robbery. That robber is what? White?
Yeah,
Because we're that fucking crazy.
someone that's white is costed more by the on average,
Yeah.
more often.
That's why I'm all like, you know why we call them pigs? PIG,
But
police and
honestly,
gang.
but honestly, who cares? Shit, like these are things that happen to people happen to people. That should be more important, not
Mhm.
whether or not they're green people or blue people. You know.
Mhm. Oh, say, doesn't give a fuck. Like when the whole the whole fucking movement for Black Lives Matter and shit like that, because I got black members and family members and shit like that. When they heard me saying, when they asked like, "Oh, what side are you on?" I'm all like, "All lives matter." They got mad.
Oh yeah, of course they
I'm all like, "Trust me, all lives matter, no matter what walk you
would.
come from.
Get
They're
people
all
that
the
are.
fucking same, literally down to the biologically fucking
You got
symbiosis."
several generations of people that have been taught to follow and go with what you're told instead of in for yourself or trying to.
That's actually what I've been saying lately on YouTube these days. Whenever I put down, like, don't be a follower, be a leader.
Or at the very least, look into whatever it is you're being told.
That too.
Like
I'm like,
legitimately.
hey, if you want to
Avoid
know something,
confirmation bias.
read up on your historical geological fucking factors and shit like that throughout the history. I know shit changes every single fucking time. When government hands over and shit like that, because they always want to fuck the other person over for some fucking reason. Just by our government has the shittiest fucking education system compared to other fucking nations, which we should be number one, but we're not.
Try to avoid confirmation.
Like I'm not biased, but I do become fucking.
No, I'm
Like
just
lately,
saying.
I've been like, oh, these damn fucking immigrants. I mean, I don't
I'm
say
just saying
all
that's just something
immigrants.
that
The recent
that's
immigrants are
just something
coming to
people should be
America.
taught.
Common
To avoid
courtesy for the fellow
confirmation
man.
bias.
I'm like, especially those die-hard fucking Christian people and shit like that. I'm like, dude, if you're a religious person, that's what you should be following. But you're not like fucking following the shit. Hey, person that you guys consider a fucking heretic follows it more than your ass. Of course, I've had a different experience in life so far because I died, literally, and came back. Like Jesus did, with no human interaction.
You're like the fish that get caught in the neck.
Pretty much. I still think to this way on my life, God, Jesus, because Jesus is not God. He was imbued by powers of God. Or if you really want to go know, he's not the son of God, he's the son of Gabriel, the angel that came to Mary in her fucking dream. It wasn't God that talked to her, it was an angel, so if you think of it, it's a demigod for Jesus, not a God. Because angels are demigods. They're considered a demigod. I'm like, you got knocked up by an angel, not by God.
That's Zeus.
You're right.
Knocked everybody up.
He knocked a lot of things out. Even his own family member. Shit.
Didn't he knock up a snake one time?
This is where we get Medusa from.
He like turned it into a person.
This is where we get Medusa.
Or he turned into a little snake.
Yeah, he, wasn't him, it was actually his wife at the time that, because he was having a fling with a human that was,
Added to the pile.
well, in his mind was far better looking than his wife, Hera. And Hera got upset and turned the woman into a fucking snake. The origin of Medusa. Because it wasn't no ordinary snake.
Medusa came from being.
Pretty much. That's where we get Medusa from. This side bitch. Well, that's how we get Medusa. So that's the origin of Medusa. Is that one? She was Zeus's side bitch. I like me Lamias and all that stuff, but the Medusa part is a different thing.
Yeah, Medusa's a.
Like, that's a different thing. I'm like, Lamias are cool, but Medusas are like Lamias, but they got snake for fucking hair, and if they look at you, you fucking petrify. Yeah. Now, Lamia's a little different. Yes, they have a lower body like a snake, like a Medusa, but they don't have snake hair, and they don't look at you and petrify you. I mean, there's a bunch of other fucking stories involved. Lamias, gruesome and ungruesome, but in general, I just think they're just, misunderstood. Yeah, because Lamias, if you think of it, they only birth females. No matter what fucking fantasy realm you're in, they're all the same fucking story for a Lamia. They're all birth females and they have to find a fucking mate. Some are sadistic, forceful, some aren't. Depends on which one you're going for. And the one on the forceful side are the grotesque looking Lamias and shit like that. And the non-forceful ones are the more like hotties and shit like that. Just trying to find a freaking mate. But they can't because they got a snake fucking lower body for a snake. Takes a lot of convincing sometimes. I'll be like, you don't need to convince me, lady. You're not that grotesque
She's
freaking type of
Like, I
forceful.
know I'm not a typical human, but she looks over and you're already naked.
Yeah, sure.
What are you waiting for?
Like, I don't care if you're not a typical human. Shit. Come here. Come here, honey buns. Big cheeks. Come here, sweet cheeks.
Taking you so. Wanna a party?
Like, what's taking you so long? I thought you had some of That's what you're asking for, right? That'll be the moment the fucking, the unforceful fucking Lamia's going, holy shit, this is all I had to do? Even the forceful you're looking at is like, damn, that was quick. Maybe I shouldn't be forceful. Maybe if I'm nice, they might just strip. A lot of guys might just strip for me right then and there. I'd be like, oh, we men, yes, we do think with our dicks sometimes. There's a hot fucking female, monster chick either. Trust me. Schwung. No matter what fucking male it is. I know. You're like, oh, then you're a furry. I'm like, I don't do the furry type of thing with the fur and shit. That just cause a lot of chafing and shit. So I'm good.
Yeah, that'd probably be.
There would be a lot of chafing, and if I end up coming and shit like that on said chest and shit, that's a lot of fur, a lot of cum, a lot of disaster. Next thing you know, they'd be, you gotta cut my fur. Like, this is why I don't do that. Like hell, fucking midgets, short ones. There's some out there that got some pretty good dunkers. Get the whole figure going, even though they're short. Now look at the freaking real life flesh toy.
Most of the zones are under control.
No, the VA don't know shit. I have the obligation to fucking complain now and shit. Yes. They fucking verify what I was saying the whole fucking time to them. I would love to come to the VA, but most of the time the staff is always either one, late, or two, non-existent. Never showing up. So that's why I had to go outside of the VA for dentistry, because every time I go in or try to make an appointment, they right on the day they would re-fucking schedule for the fucking thing for a later fucking date, like half a year down the line, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Tired of this because this happened so many fucking times. I'm like, I'm fucking good.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Now the dentistry I went with apparently was started by Navy veterans, so I'm like, hey, might be treated a little more beneficially because I'm from the fucking Navy, and most people out here aren't from the fucking Navy. You know, veterans. They're either Marines, Army, Air Force. I have not met not one motherfucker that's from the Navy out here. I'm the only seaman. Which is funny because people make fun of fucking the Navy because one of our ranks is called seaman. That is an E2. E1 is seaman recruit and SR. That's what they are. That's what the abbreviation is. SR for E1 for Navy. E2 is your seaman SM. If they just put the N between the S and M, and we got S and M. Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night movies. Oceans, movies, media, and shit like that. which is
Prove of your
most of the
proposition of
fucking
booty.
time. Boobies. Every man loves some boobies. And if a man says they don't like boobies, they're probably gay.
We're ahead of the enemy.
If they don't like boobies or a booty, they must be gay. When a female with a nice waist and a big old booty shaking in your face, it's from motherfucker. Just kidding. With a big old thing in your face, gets from. Man, yo, all the shit I do as it is, you know, all shit talking on the government crap. I'm surprised the fucking, especially on the cops. The fuckers they ain't even showed up my door. I'm like, you do know, I already have what I would say and all that shit lined up just in case these fuckers actually show
Like
up at
that
my
guy.
door one day.
Be like that guy from.
I'm like fucking knocks on my door. He knocks on my door. He's like, "Fuck you want?" Oh, we were called for blah blah blah. I'm like, you were called on a veteran because he stays to himself. Not allowed to have a fucking vehicle. That's all in the fucking documents too. You can literally look that shit up. It's free. Go ahead. And they'll fucking look, and then they look at each other like they're fucking stupid. And you're like, why the fuck are we here?
Oh. Man, this guy
Forces have captured a zone.
just had to
Damn.
smoke up, didn't he? I didn't even know where he was.
I am one of those typical freaking grade A fucking Americans who never get in enough trouble, try not to get in trouble with the cops, try to stay out of fucking people's problems.
What'd
These
that guy
people
think he
love
was
to
gonna
bring their
do?
problem to me.
John, I'm flying over that point looking for one of the last enemies on the team. And I went over the point that they're captured. I'm like, I can't freaking see them. He dropped smoke. I'm like, oh, there he is. I put a bomb in the smoke and it blew him and he died. Like, what'd you think was gonna happen, dude? Oh, he can't see me.
Dumbass.
There's no way he'll think to drop the bomb here. Really? Really, dude? Come on. Come on!
I mean, I don't mind the immigration to America, but you gotta freaking leave all your shit behind. That means your nationality,
Victory is close.
your hopes and dreams of your nation coming back. You should just drop all that. Become nationalized as an American. Pick up the American way. Lose your old fucking way from your nation you came from. Because once you start forcing your ways onto American society, that's a different fucking matter. Then you get a lot of headbutt, a lot of backlash. Like the fucktards coming from Venezuela or shit like that overseas are coming and bringing their fucking gangs and crap to America. I don't know, especially here in Colorado. The lucky motherfuckers, they didn't come to fucking the Springs because there's so many fucking armed people here. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, literally, every fucking person's got a gun either on them, in their car, or in their house. While having a gun on them. The only fucking able person here, don't have a gun on me. He'll be like, oh, you must be gay. I'm like,
Yes.
no, it's because I know my CQC and I live alone, so if anyone's
It
going
gets
to
me more
enter,
female attention.
right? I'm like, I think this way. If I have to fucking take someone's life, I don't need a gun. I was raised to not use a gun for taking a life unless I'm using the precision rifling. You know, long shooting, shit like that. That's the shit I was raised with. Even when I went to the military, my favorite fucking thing. Remington bolt action. Give me a fucking Mauser. Bolt action too. Any bolt action rifle, I'm good in. Mm-hmm. Even they'll be like, oh, but a semi-auto is better. I'm all like, actually, there's a totally difference. Semi-auto, the black powder, the gunpowder is actually less compared to a bolt action round. So if you get a semi-auto fucking
Is it
sniper
because you
rifle,
got
that
more
is
room to chamber the round instead of having to leave room for detonation?
yep. The casing is bigger. It has more explosive charge to it. So usually a bolt action has more kick than a semi-auto rifle because there's more explosive in that chamber than a normal. Because like
Playing
'cause there's less shit in the way for a bigger fucking cartridge with more oomph, more push,
John,
more pushing for the cushion.
right now they have 50% off of everything, like Bulls, Lions, and in War Thunder right now. So you might want to get on and see it
No,
about to read.
I'm good.
Well, sometimes, well, what I'm saying, John, is sometimes when they do that, if your research was high enough, you just automatically finish research.
That ain't gonna happen. All my
No,
research
I'm
is
just
a
saying,
pay.
like, just from logging in, get something on somewhere. Includes research. Saying to chat.